This has been so chaotic already.
This book is probably going to destroy me.
I'm so scared. I'm literally so scared. Hey y'all, my name is Merritt. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing another Addie LaRue reading vlog because apparently there wasn't enough of them. And I know what you're thinking, Meredith, this is just gonna be the same thing as every other video on BookTube right now, but you know what? I don't care because this is my most anticipated release and I realize that I'm kind of shouting right now and I'm sorry, I don't mean to be yelling at you, but I am just so stoked about this book, you guys, and I wanted to share my excitement with y'all, so I figured that I would vlog about it. I actually have started this book already. I started it last night and I'm about 25% in, so I have a few thoughts to share with you guys, but before I do that, I want to let you guys know that this vlog is going to be spoiler free. If I ever do talk about spoilers, I will make sure to give you a warning, and I'll also put the word spoiler on the screen for you here, okay? Okay. Basically, I just love this book. Like, I have nothing else to say about it. I don't have anything bad to say about it. I only have positive thoughts so far, and I am just obsessed with Victoria Schwab's writing. I absolutely love A Darker Shade of Magic. I loved Vicious. I didn't love her Savage Song duology. I didn't finish it. I only read the first book and I felt really neutral about it, but her writing is just so captivating. And I don't care what the story is about, I will read every book by her because her writing is just so digestible, and I love that. I love that for her, I love that for me, I love that for everyone reading her books. There's something about her writing style that is just so whimsical, but also so simplistic, because you're reading these books by her and you're like, okay, love this concept, queen, we love to see it when books are so easy to understand, but also they're just so magical. And I just, do you understand what I'm saying? Am I yelling at you? I'm sorry. I love her writing style, and I think that my favorite part about it is that I'll look at the pages and I'll be like, okay, makes sense. This is really vibing with me. But then I'll be like, oh, that part right there just spoke to my soul, and I need to highlight it and annotate it and ingrain it in my brain so that I never forget it. And there's just so, I love it. And something about this story, oh my god, I didn't even tell you guys what Addie LaRue was about because I just assumed you guys knew. If you didn't know what Addie LaRue was about, let me tell you. This book follows a young woman named Addie LaRue who isn't so young actually, because she's been alive for 300 years. And she made a deal with the devil to basically live forever, but there's a catch. Everyone that she ever meets forgets about her until one day in a bookstore, she meets someone who remembers her. And so that's where I'm kind of at in the book also. It kind of picks up at the 25% mark, or at least I think it will, because Addie LaRue just met the guy in the bookstore who remembered her. So only as far as the book summary really goes, I just like, it's everything that I wanted. And I love how it's told because you're getting flashbacks to the past and you're seeing Addie LaRue making the deal with the devil, right? You're seeing her having all of her family and friends forget about her. And it is absolutely heartbreaking to read about. And I just really empathize with Addie LaRue, and I just want the best for her. She seems like she's so precious, and she just talks about how much she loves stories. And Victoria Schwab knew what she was doing when she created this book. She was like, you know what? I am going to write a book about a woman who falls in love with the devil. Maybe, I don't know, I've heard that's kind of what this is about, kind of not what it's about. And also, I'm gonna make it about books because the girlies will eat that up. And she is absolutely right. She's right. And I'm reading it and I'm loving it, and I cannot wait to finish the story, but also I don't want to finish the story because I just know I'm gonna be obsessed with it. Like, I started it and I just wanted to cry because I was in love with the writing style, and that's all I'm gonna be talking about probably for the entirety of this video, is just me saying, oh my god, I love the writing style, but like, I love the writing style. What do you want me to say? This has been so chaotic already. I am so sorry. This is just me screaming into the void, but I have to scream into the void about this book because I love it so much. I don't think I have anything more to say about Addie LaRue right now, so I'm gonna stop yelling and I will catch up with you guys maybe about the 50% mark. Whenever I have a reaction to something, I'll make sure to roll the next clip. So I'm actually a little bit further in Addie LaRue than I thought I was. I thought I was 25% when I first started this video, but I looked and I was actually at 33%. So I am a little bit over a third now, and I just want to say that I stan Addie. I remember Addie, but also I stan her because she is just so strong. Like, I really, really sympathize with her and everything that she's going through. But like, the one scene that I just had right now, she's talking to the devil, and I was just like, go off, sis. Like, I am so proud of you. And I'm just really hoping that she really comes into her character. I mean, I think that she's already a really strong character because of her age and everything that she's experienced in life, but seeing her past scenes contrast with her current day scenes, it's just like really nice to see her develop in the past and then also see how that contrasts to the future. So I just thought that was interesting and I wanted to share that with y'all. And I'm really gonna try and finish this book in the next 24 hours. I am over a third done and I read about a third last night. So I'm hoping if I do some reading sprints tonight, I can get through it. I actually am watching Mel's reading sprints right now, which is really, really helping me, even though I'm taking a break to, talk to you guys instead of actually read, but I'm about to join back in. And I'm actually going to hopefully do some reading sprints with some friends tonight because we're annoying and we want to do sprints every day apparently, but it's just a lot of fun to hang out with them. So I'm hoping that I get to do that tonight. So I'll update you guys in a little bit when I'm further into Addie LaRue.
Hey guys, so it's been like 2 chapters since I last updated you guys, but I started tearing up and I did not expect to cry so early in this book, but I just needed to talk about it. And this isn't really a spoiler, but I will put up a spoiler warning because I do want to talk about this. I just can't even imagine how Addie feels right now because for the first time in 300 years, she's able to say her name and to hear someone say her name back to her. And I just got to the part where she's talking to Henry and she's like, I have to tell you something. My name's not actually Eve. My name's Addie. And she's actually able to say that. And I just can't imagine how incredibly lonely it's been for her to spend 300 years and never have anyone talk to her, never have anyone remember her, never have anyone remember her name. And it just makes me so sad for her. And I can't even imagine being in that situation. And it just breaks my heart. And so I'm really happy for her to finally, hopefully have someone, remember her and hopefully get to have a friendship or a relationship or whatever this blossoms into. I am really empathizing with her and I didn't expect to cry so early on. So this book is probably going to destroy me and it's probably gonna get caught on camera and it's not gonna be a pretty situation, but you know what? You clicked on this video, so.
So I just finished part 2. What just happened? What was that? I'm so scared. I'm literally so scared. Hey guys, so I am about 55% done with Addie LaRue, I want to say, and I'm still really loving it. I've already cried multiple times reading this book, and I'm actually doing some reading sprints live with my friends right now, and I'm like crying in the corner, and I'm like, no one look at me. Like, don't look at me, I'm sobbing. I feel for both main characters, Henry and Addie, and I feel for them for different reasons, right? Because Henry's going through something completely different than Addie, but they're both connected in a way, and it's just such a beautiful story, and I love how Victoria Schwab is telling it, going back to the past, but right now we're not really going back to the past as often as we were in the beginning, but I really feel like I already know Addie, so I don't really need to be back there. I just really feel for Henry right now and learning more about his story, and something that I really loved is he is talking about love and how it can feel like grief, and losing love can feel like you're going through the stages of grief. And I just think that's really poetic and profound. And that's actually something we talked about with Loveless by Alice Oseman with the Picture Book Club, is that when you're realizing something about yourself, it can feel like you're losing a part of your identity and how that can be similar to going through the stages of grief. So I just wanted to talk about that really quickly because that really touched me hearing about that. And also just hearing about everything that Henry's gone through and learning more about his backstory is really making me sympathize with him. And so I'm really caring about both the main characters in this book, and I'm loving it so much. And I really think that this is going to be a 5-star read for me. There's nothing about this book that I dislike. Sure, it's a little bit boring at times, but I knew that going into it. And sure, maybe this doesn't really have much of a plot, but I'm here for the characters and I really feel connected to these characters. So currently, I wouldn't change a single thing about this book and I'm loving it. So I'll talk to you guys when I'm a little bit further into the book. So I am now about 80% into The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, and I am really liking it still. I think that it will probably still be a 5-star book, but I wanted to talk about it before I get to the end because there's a few things that I'm noticing, and I'm also just really not sure where this book is going to go at this point. I have not reached like the central conflict or the climax of the book yet, and I know that's got to happen soon, but I honestly have no idea what it's going to be, just because this book is not very plot heavy. Like I mentioned before, it is very character driven, and it's just making me scared of what's going to happen. But I've also heard that this is really emotional and that a lot of people are crying over it, so I'm like, why am I going to cry? What's going to happen? I'm just scared. I am really nervous to finish this book, but I'm going to, obviously. I mean, I love it so far, and I still think that it will be a 5-star book for me. There is one thing that I have noticed that I don't love. I don't dislike it, but it is taking me a little bit out of the story, and that's the fact that we go back and forth between 2 different perspectives. This book will follow Addie primarily in the first 33% of the book, so the first third. And then when she meets the bookseller who remembers her, we also get his perspective. And then now we're kind of going back and forth between Addie and his perspective. And it's just getting kind of confusing because I don't know which parts I care about more. And I don't feel like they're equal. I feel like I like them for different reasons, but I also honestly feel a heavier gravitation towards Henry's parts, which is odd because I started off this book and I really loved hearing about Addie. But once I got Henry's story and learned more about him, I'm like, well, I love Henry more. So it's just really conflicting because I really do like the 2 characters, but I feel like the different perspectives is kind of taking me out of the story because I feel like it should be just from the point of view of one person. I don't know. I mean, it is called The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, so I feel like it should be all about her. But I hope to see how these 2 stories will become more connected as the story progresses. And maybe I'll feel differently when I'm completely done with the story. But right now, I'm just kind of getting taken out of the story because of the different perspectives. And I think that's partially just because it came into the story so late, right? Because we get Addie the first third and then we're getting a new perspective, and it's like, well, I already got used to Addie, why am I getting this other perspective? And I'm confused about it, but I did want to mention it because it is something that is different. It's different from what I thought it was going to be, and it is definitely contributing to my rating. So I wanted to mention it before I finish the story. I will check in with you guys next time, probably when I'm done with Addie LaRue. Hey guys. I'm not even done with the book yet, and like I can't keep it together. I'm literally sobbing, and I like have to keep rereading parts because I just can't process it because I'm too emotional. So we're not doing well. I didn't think that this book was going to make me cry like 5 minutes ago, and then tears just start coming, and it's just been a blast. Love this for me. I'm gonna go finish it and be wrecked. See you in a minute. I'm broken. I don't even know what to say about this book because I'm just gonna start crying, and maybe this is a terrible idea to start talking about it right after I just bawled my eyes out while reading the book, but you know what, we're gonna try it. This story is just so beautiful. Like I cannot, I simply cannot. I don't know what I can say about the story to convince you to read it. I hope my tears are convincing enough, but this just has such beautiful and heavy themes to it that I just didn't expect. My voice is breaking. Do y'all hear that? Oh my god, I'm such a wimp. I literally don't cry in books, or so I thought. Like, I literally made a vlog where I tried to read books that made other people cry, and I didn't cry to like any of them, and now I'm here sobbing my eyes out. This book was everything that I wanted it to be. It was so beautiful and touching and heartwarming, and literally took my heart out of my chest and just threw it to the ground and stomped on it and crushed it into a billion pieces. So it's fine, or fine. I don't have anything to say about this book. I don't think I can talk about this book, which is awful because you probably watched this reading vlog to know my thoughts and opinions on this book. And you do have that, right? Because obviously I love this. I'm going to give it 5 stars, and I think I'm going to put it on my favorite shelf because This book destroyed me in so many ways. The characters were absolutely phenomenal. I really felt connected to both Addie and Henry, and just learning everything about their story and how it connected. And the ending, I didn't see coming. Like, I did see it coming, but I was like, oh, that's not gonna happen. And then it did happen, and I was like, okay, like, just rip my heart out, it's fine. And I just think it was so beautifully done, so beautifully crafted, so well written, absolutely phenomenal, show-stopping, stunning. I don't have words to describe this book, and I'm sorry that I'm incoherent. I probably shouldn't have tried to film this right after crying and finishing the book, but I just want to say that if you're interested in reading this book at all, definitely go pick it up. It is so worth it. You're going to get destroyed though, so please have tissues ready. And I just can't wait to reread it already. Like, I literally just finished it 5 minutes ago, and I'm making plans to reread it because it is so special and it's gonna destroy you, so please go pick it up. That is all for this video today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you've made it this far, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more book-related content. I post on YouTube twice a week. I also have my Instagram and my Twitter linked down below, as well as any relevant readathons that I'm hosting right now, so definitely go check that out, and I'll see you guys in the comment section. Bye.